Hello, friends. How are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. Welcome to another book review podcast by Team ThinkerViews. We have often mentioned that we love reading thrillers. When the elements of suspense, surprise, and mysteries are added to the same, the thriller taunts our little grey cells and make them work, and that exercise makes them stronger. In recent past, when exploring this arena, the name of author Neelabh Pratap Singh started catching our attention frequently. Frankly speaking, we have no idea about him or his quality of writing at that point, and thus we have decided to read one of his books to know more about him and his writing quality firsthand. And we found his book, First Rodeo, Scorpion Ops series, tagged as a rapid fire read, available at an attractive price. How can we let this opportunity slip? From Team ThinkerViews, I got a chance to read it, and here are my unbiased and uninfluenced views and reviews for the same. Being a gateway to the virtual world explored within, the cover page is responsible for making the first impression of the book, and thus it plays a vital role in a remarkable number of book read and or purchase decisions for sure. So despite believing in the phrase, a book should not be judged by its cover, I cannot ignore its influence on a lot of purchase decisions as well. As you can see in the podcast cover, the cover page of this book is moderately attractive. We see the female protagonist walking in a snowy terrain, surrounded by the trees, like a lone wolf. It establishes her persona quite well, and at the same time, the surroundings conveys the area of action convincingly. Without showing a thrilling chase or combat scenes, the designer has conveyed the theme of the book quite well. Now let us take a bird's eye view of the book plot. Rehana Rasool, a young and enthusiastic girl from the state of Jammu and Kashmir, was looking at various shikaras floating on the surface of the Dal lake. She was deep buried into thoughts about her homeland. While it is obvious to fall in the love of the motherland, the ethereal beauty of the state, known as the heaven on the earth, added extra charm to the same. Born into a patriot family, she has tremendous love for India, that is Bharat. Her father, Parvez Rasool, has served in a local school as a teacher. He was the headmaster there. And her brother, Aurangzeb Rasool, who was a rifleman in the Indian Army. The situation is changed in the state since the abrogation of Article 370, which was actually holding up the progress of the people of the state as individuals and as a society too. She is seeing the changes in the environment, economy, harmony amongst the people, and their breathing into the free air. She has just completed a rigorous training that para-commandos of the Indian Special Forces undergo. It is one of the toughest in the world training that makes not only the body but also the mind of the candidate ready to face almost any challenge. She just got a call from Jas Kaur and went to meet her. Jas is her immediate boss and has recruited her for this training. As Rehana's father also had worked with Jas and held a special regards for Jas, it is obvious for Rehana also to have the same respect for her. Jas referred to a recent most incident where one of the prominent figures of the state has been kidnapped and appointed Rehana to investigate the matter to find out how and why of this incident. And of course, any possible future problems the security agencies or armed forces or government is to be presented with. So, was it an official appointment for Rehana? On which designation and what capacity? Well, the patriots don't think much about official rank and pay scale. The most important thing for them is the motherland. She accepts the mission and even decides to call off her relationship with her boyfriend since childhood, so she can remain focused on the work and justify the demanding schedules of the work. Such soldiers make the nation safe and secure so the citizens live a comfortable and progressive life and the nation prosper. By the way, what was the reason behind the kidnapping and who are the culprits? Well, you need to read the book to get your answers, and in your journey, you will meet with Rehana Rasool, Jasprit or Jas Kaur, Parvez Rasool, Saida Firdaus, Sikandar Bhat, Tariq Wani, the driver, Fatima Wani, Afzal Wani, Afrina Begum, Muhammad Wasim, Abid Aziz, and others. It is a fast-paced thriller that takes you through a roller coaster ride. The book starts nicely by introducing you to the protagonist and a beautiful scene of Kashmir. Rehana Rasool, a native of Srinagar, the picturesque summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, had always felt a sense of unease when it came to riding the ornately decorated gondola-style shikaras. What I like the most in the book is the strong characters, and it is not only about the protagonist. Even the antagonists and his man Friday are elaborated quite nicely. Same I can say for the characters of Jas and Parvez. What you will like the most is the character of Rehana's brother. He was martyred a while ago, but his presence is felt in the book through climax. Also, the fake feminists should read such books to know what gender equality means. Being part of the sports team when girls were not allowed to move out freely and wearing hijab was also a kind of compulsion. Rehana's all teammates were boys. Her father has never discriminated between his son and daughter and supported them in the capacity he can. Rehana is not only physically strong, but her emotional maturity, intelligence and patriotism makes her even stronger. She has the ability to develop her plan and course of action based on various general notions about people's expected behavior in various situations. For example, she knew this tactic all too well. How men often use their physicality to assert superiority over women, a primal instinct ingrained in their psyche. The author casually mentions her persona as she had always been a reserved individual, preferring to remain silent unless it was absolutely necessary. The author brings in lesser-known side of the mindset of the citizens of Jammu and Kashmir have developed based on the political regime and social environments there. They consider Indians outsider and even refers you are from India in a way that means you are a foreigner. Quoting from the book, "Thank God he didn't say I have come from India." Often, she had found the locals of Kashmir addressing the tourists from other states of India as Indians and themselves as Kashmiris, as though Kashmir was an entity separate from India. The author also talks about Article 370 and its adverse effects. Now, with the abrogation of the same, a large number of people know a lot about it, but it's a set of worth reading blocks in the book. The book has several chases and you will enjoy reading them. The chases have chilly snowy dark nights, fast moving SUVs and Bullet or Royal Enfield motorcycle. Protagonists chasing on horse, high accuracy weapons and much more. Here is one simple line from one such incident. Rehana pressed the brake lever gently in front of the hotel which Jas has booked for her. The tires of her Royal Enfield barely managed to find purchase on the slippery, snow-covered road. The fight scenes are equally interesting. Setting her jaw in a determined clench, she expertly intercepted the impending attack by grasping Wasim's boot with unwavering precision. Wasim was standing on a single foot now. Rehana twisted his foot, throwing him off balance. Or Rehana raised her Uzi and squeezed the trigger, her bullets flying towards her enemies with deadly precision. The book has some fantastic one-liners also. For example, despite being a naturally human response, fear can be debilitating. The SUV's massive 2,000 kilos frame smashed on the unsuspecting trunk. The author mentions some technical terms like human, short form of human intelligence, used by forces and intelligent officials. When talking about combat techniques, he also mentions Parker technique and other stuff. These elements adds to the authority touch of the book. The book has some proofreading errors and places where you think the things could have been written better. For example, this block. Kashmir had been an independent state once for a short duration, and Pakistan unleashed unimaginable terror on the state. Also, one of the prominent character, Saida, is referred to as Saeed at one place. Quoting lines from the book in the same regards, 62-year-old Saeed Firdaus was a well-respected political leader of Kashmir, a member of parliament for over 2 decades and the chief ministerial candidate for the next state elections. In the following block, there is a line, Saida Firdaus is kidnapped. These are small things and may not catch a regular reader's attention, but taking care of the same will make the book better read for sure. I like the suspense element of the story. This twist is quite interesting. Though it reveals midway, the author is capable to keep the story interesting throughout. There are more incidents and segments I want to talk about, but to avoid spoilers, I am stopping here. I am sure that the above mentioned quotes must have given you a fair idea about the quality of writing in the book. In summary, overall a complete masala entertainer with strong characters and interesting storyline that revolves around recent happenings. I liked reading it. ThinkerViews rating would be around 7.5 stars out of 10. So, have you already read the book? Are you planning to read it? What do you think about this book review? Do you find it helpful in deciding whether to go for the book or not? Please do share your genuine remarks via comments below. If you have enjoyed listening to the review, please hit the like button and do not forget to share it with your friends and other fellows whom you think such reviews interest more. Till we meet with our next podcast, bye bye, take care, namaskar.